G'day guys, welcome to another video. Let's start this one out. We are going to be working on the JZX90 today. We got some new Shockworks springs and shocks I want to put in. I want to mess with the ride height a little bit on this car. I'm going to go a smidge higher on the rear to try and avoid any CV issues. And we're going for a stiffer spring in the front because I do have issues with, so this panel being pushed out like it is happened after the tyre has hit this guard quite heavily. So that's something that I want to try and eradicate for the future. And you know, I was a little bit soft in the front. I think we got like a 20 kilo spring in the front with extended arms. That's just not enough. So we went up to a 24 kilo spring. And then the guys from Shockworks have revalved a shock to suit this spring rate. So yeah, if you want to guys, definitely check out Shockworks. I have Shockworks in my 8.6, in my JZX90, and also in my 370Z. So yeah, I use them in all my cars in Australia. So definitely worth looking at for your next coilover purchase, or if you just want to get some better coilovers in your car. They do custom rates, all of that sort of jazz. So definitely check them out. In personal use, guys, a lot of you do know that I'm sort of on a diet, trying to get back to a more healthy weight. I'm down 6 kilos I've lost in the past, I guess, month, maybe less. So I'm super pumped on that. I've actually lost, you know, I'm pretty much losing a kilo a week. I lost more than a kilo a week from when I started, and now I'm you know, being consistently a kilo a week. So I'm very happy with that and feeling like I got a lot more energy and everything else. So yeah, super pumped on that, and I encourage anybody that is a bit more round, definitely, you know, it makes you feel so much better, honestly. Just and I'm not on any fancy diet or anything. I'm just eating way less, you know. I always used to gorge, you know, love food tastes good, but don't have too much. Anyway, we're gonna get this thing up on the hoist, rip the front wheels off, and then get on to pulling the coilovers out, ripping them apart, and putting the new springs and shocks in the OG setup that's in here. So got a bit of work to do today. All right, wheels off. I'm going to be undoing these little 12 mils at the top. Oh, that's kind of mounted in the way, so I'm going to have to negotiate. Oh no, it's bolted to it. Okay, I'm going to negotiate my way around that. Drop the suspension down a bit and get on to ripping the actual whole shock out. All right, so we got the front coilovers out. Now I'm just going to grab my other springs down here. So see, the springs are a little touch longer as well, so I'll probably make a small height adjustment because these are obviously going to be stiffer than these, and these springs are, yeah, so see there, A20, and these are A24, so 24 kilo and 20 kilo. So these are going to be stiffer and hold the car higher. So I'm definitely going to have to do a small height adjustment I'll do it from the base. And yeah, and then the shock itself is what sits down inside. So yeah, she has to fully come apart and basically put this base onto here. I don't know, I had a little bit of stuff to do. I'm trying to think if I've ever done this with a shock before, and I don't think I have. So this is going to be interesting for all of us. All right, so first thing I do, grab my Shockworks comically small gloves. Love the boys. They need to make Aussie spec gloves. I'll just show you guys. I'm sure they haven't changed. That's the glove. Oh, yeah, we'll see. I'll try and put it on. Well, oh, these are a little bit bigger than they used to be, I guess. Wow, these actually aren't bad. They are small. They definitely are still too small for me. They're definitely better than what used to be. So they used to be really small. Like I couldn't even get my hands in the top of the ones I used to have. But I don't know, really cool. I don't know, they come with gloves because they know you're gonna get dirty. but I'm going to use my C-spanners and start, I don't know, I feel kind of official with the gloves on, but I'm going to get on to cracking these apart. Might go into my shed where the vise is and getting everything changed over. Okay, I think you guys can see me here and see almost what I'm doing here, so I'm going to tilt you down a bit. Alright, I'm going to put the bottom of my coilover into my vise. Just so I can get some sort of hang off stuff that I need to hang off. You can see this down here, yes you can. So, I'm going to crack. Ugh, where? I must have tightened that up a lot. Everything's okay. Maybe do up the vise a bit more. And find the tool I just dropped. And this isn't working. The vise isn't holding strong enough. Don't try this at home, folks, but push comes to shove. There we go, finally, that is loose. Should be able to wind the whole shock out. So that's where we need to get to. So there's people yelling at the TV about me doing it the wrong way. It's all good, I'm doing it my way. And the reason I've left that pretty much exactly where it was, so I'll measure that up against the other shock if it's the same length, and I'll be able to work out my height from there, essentially. Just hoping that doesn't move. I probably should have marked it with like a pen or something. Realizing it's going to be a lot easier to spin this. I'm sure at Shockworks headquarters they must have something that makes all that faster. So, to bottom off that one, I need both my C-spanners to... Oh, that's good, nice one, Luke, that's loose. Okay, so then I need to think, I'm going to take that off, or... I think I need to take this bit off with a small Allen key and then get the 17 off, and then this should all come apart. Fingers crossed. Okay, as much as I like the gloves, my hands were getting really hot. So, resorted from the gloves. Have I done the right thing? I feel like I haven't. Uh-oh. I don't think I've done the right thing. Nope. I've done the wrong thing. Okay, worked out what I did wrong. There's another grub screw on the side. I didn't undo that, and I might broken something at the top of the old shock. Okay. Well, that's not the end of the world, because that's the one I'm taking apart anyway, but I'm really sorry. Yeah, that's not meant to break off of there. So, don't do that, guys. Make sure you undo the little grub screw on the side, otherwise you're going to cause yourself more headaches and the guys from Shockworks to get mad at you. So, I definitely would not recommend that at all. So, on travels, I found my other C-spanner. That's not the wrong freaking size. God damn it. Bringing more and more tools in here. My team. Getting flashbacks of the New Zealand trip. If you watch all the videos, guys, you would have seen it. Okay. So I'm just going to try and take things off and put them back together same way they come apart. Try and create some space here. So we're going to put that there. That's our very top piece. Spring. What's all this stuff here? Oh, I'm guessing this seal needs to come off of this one and get put on the other one. And then the shock. Okay, the shock's a different length. I'm going to get something to mark it. This is going to be confusing. I'm going to have to mess with the height of my car a lot. If I somewhat use a zip tie as a straight line, probably do it on the top edge, up there, and this is here. Just going to go ahead and pass this off the bottom. Slide that off the top. That's the old shock. Put it out the way. New. Alright guys, we are back into, right, I want to set my preload. I like to just hand tighten onto the bottom of the spring. It's a street car, not a race car, so we don't need to go too hectic into preloads and all that sort of stuff. However, move this stuff out the way. I put this on the bench now. Try to compare it to the old one for an overall height measurement, and then we can make height adjustments. So side by side. So already it's quite a bit lower, so I'm then going to come further down on the bottom shock, but keeping in mind that the new one is a stiffer spring, so I'll probably go a bit lower, but not crazy. So it's probably an inch in it now. Just whip that off and I'll a little bit more. So I'm probably going to go all up about a bit less than a centimetre lower. If I get my handy dandy straight line here, I'm about five, I would say 6 mil roughly. So I'm going to pop this down and I'll just nip these up rather than what I had before, which was way over tight. I'll nip these up, I'll bend this straight, and I will tighten it. Okay, in theory, that should be my first ever redone shock. Oh, and obviously need to put this bit back on, tighten up my grub screw because I didn't do that before. Used the total wrong one. Hopefully one of these guys will fit the grub screw. Yep, that one there. Give the grub screw a little tighten up. Probably shouldn't be using power tools with little grub screws, but there we go. We can go. I'm going to start out full stuffed, but that is my fully built spring and shock setup. Now I just have to repeat it again on the next one. Okay guys, way faster second time round. Pretty sure I'm ready to slap these things back in. I don't think I've forgot anything. The only thing left on the bench is my old shocks, my old springs, and the bit that I broke off right there, which I feel really bad about. Sorry guys at Shockworks. C-spanners can be put away. I'm pretty happy. It's a matter of putting it all back in and taking this thing for a test drive to see what it feels like. Also need to get more fuel, but I was hoping to not have to buy fuel between now and my trip away, which is a week from today. So probably need to get more fuel. Alright, front is all done. I'm really happy with where, I obviously haven't put it down yet, but happy where I'm sitting at. I want to see, check this exhaust out, will ya? Whew. Not really any color or anything getting into it yet. I have given it a good couple hits. I guess I don't expect it to get color. It's more stuff down near the front of the exhaust where you get color, but super happy with the new exhaust, guys. Obviously, when we finished it, it was at night and everything, so we didn't get a really good look at it, but we had a better look at it now. I was hoping I'd be able to do it from underneath. I'm gonna have to rip the back wheels off, and I actually do want to raise the back of this car just a touch to help with the angles on these CVs to stop me potentially blowing them. I'm honestly only gonna go up like half an inch or so, just to get it that smidge higher, get a bit less camber, so get a lot of camber wear on this car, and just overall, I'm trying sort of old man spec with this car. I want it to drive super freaking nice, but then also party when I want it to, and I don't want to break it, so that's why I'm going up a little bit. It hurts me to go up. I'm telling you right now, it hurts me to raise it, but at the same time, it hurts me when she's broken. So I'll lower her down, rip the back wheels off, and we're gonna go ahead and go up just a smidge. All right, quick hit of the WD-40. Gonna crack this bottom one off and hope that I should be able to just turn it without having to undo a bunch of extra stuff. So try and, goddamn, too tight. Okay, I have cracked it a smidge loose, and all I'm gonna do is turn it from up here, probably even do it by hand, just to raise the back of the car, and you can judge by that area right there how much higher we're going. Just to bring it up a smidge. Right, that's how high I'm gonna go, using the end of my finger as a guide. Hopefully it's not too much higher. Hopefully that is just enough to make it a bit more reliable, basically. That's what I'm looking for, is the reliability. All right, swing around, do the other side, put the wheels back on, we'll set this thing down, and hopefully it looks good. All right, moment of truth now. I'm gonna drop her down. I'm hopeful that she sits good, hey. She's coming down. I'm not gonna be able to see the back, but the front will go all the way down now. Hopefully to a good height. So the front looks maybe a smidge lower, and yeah, I have to, that freaked me out for a second. She's not gonna be that high. Front might be a bit lower. Definitely looks a little bit lower, but I'll be able to get away with going a little bit lower in the front because I've got stiffer springs in there. I'll get it all the way off and then we'll have a look. All right, she is on the ground. Height, not bad, not bad. Well, I'll get a proper look when it's out in the flat. I want to take her a drive, let the suspension settle, and then we can do a proper evaluation of how she's sitting. Firstly, need to go to a United servo, get some E85 because I don't have any fuel. Okay, I haven't taken it for the drive yet. I got stuck on the computer trying to get yesterday's video up to you guys, which was causing me great deals of pain. You would have saw me put up a post, and then the video finally went up. So I've been stressing out hard. Now, the height of my car, I'm not angry, I'm just disappointed. The front of my car is lower, probably lower than I necessarily want it, and the rears come up a little bit too high. Really can't be bothered putting it back on the hoist right now, so I'm not going to worry about it right now. When I do go ahead and, you know, put some fresh tires or something on the back, I'll just wind the back down a little bit. But front, like, I'm actually fine with the front where it is. The front where it is pretty good. Like, I want different side skirts for this car, which will make it look nicer at this height. Like, you can go one of two ways with JZXs. You can either go super low and be like a hot boy, or you can leave them a bit higher and go for more of a I don't know, I guess a D1 street legal sort of look, you know, which I kind of prefer the D1 street legal, you know, street legal-ish looking you know, JZX look. But I feel like I may need to go up in the front looking at this side of the car, because I think the ground's not quite uneven, but I'm pretty close tire to guard there. And then the rear on this side looks okay. We're still tire to guard. So, I don't know. I haven't taken it for a drive to make everything settle properly, so I need to do that. Literally just waiting for Tiana to get home. And that's her now. All right, so I'm driving the car now. I haven't hit any significant bumps yet to sort of feel. The front definitely feels a little bit firmer, but I do have the shocks set to soft as well. One thing I haven't heard yet is any like tire to guard rub on the front. So I'm interested to, you know, hit a few bumps hopefully soon. Well, you wouldn't normally say hopefully hit some bumps, but if I hit some bumps soon, where I know I'm going to hit some, we'll find out, I guess, if we're going to get any front tire to guard rub. And that's what I'm trying to basically avoid anyway. It's my road car, and this is going to get paint eventually, and you know, I want it to be like super clean. So, you know, tires smashing guards and bending guards is realistically not what I want. So yeah, we'll keep going with this little test drive. I have no fuel, so I'm just trying to take it easy to get to the E85 petrol station that's not too far away from me. So just well, I don't know if it just bloody surged then, it just had a little hiccup. Not too bad. Alright, I'll keep driving, I'll let you know if it does tyre up. Alright, just what we need to be test driving the 450, no, was it more than 450 this time? I can't remember. Either way, no, it was I don't know. Anyway, whatever power this car makes, it was 490 or something, wasn't it? I don't know, I forget. Makes a lot. It's starting to rain. Of course it's starting to rain on a test drive, but there was a fair few bumps on the way here. I turned corners quite sharply, like, you know, more aggressive than I had to, just to feel out and see if the front would scrub at all. No scrub at all. It still doesn't feel harsh by any means, still feels super comfortable to drive. And it's one thing I was, you know, obviously concerned about, being that I put so much effort into making this car drive super nice, that the front would then, you know, end up really stiff. It's not the case at all. It feels super planted and doesn't feel stiff or bouncy at all. And I think raising the back a little bit has helped the way the back moves around as well, because I feel like I might have been bottoming out the shocks a little bit before, where it's feeling a bit nicer to drive at this height. So I don't know guys, I may end up leaving the rear at this height. I may potentially go a little higher in the front, but I haven't had scrapage yet, so we'll see. I'm deliberately going down a sort of bumpy road that's near me. Gonna see if it bumps and make my decision from there. Alright guys, we're about to turn onto a road which is like super bumpy. I don't even know how and why this road's so bumpy, but I'm gonna get up to just the speed limit. It's immediate bumps right here. Oh, no scrubs. That used to scrub there every time. That's good. Coming up to some bigger bumps here. Nothing. I guess I'm not raising it. That's one of the worst bits of road. The GoPro has so much stabilization you wouldn't tell, but you can maybe tell by my body bouncing around. Some pretty solid bumps and no scrub in the front. Happy about that guys. Well, yeah, I think that's going to be it for this one guys. Thanks heaps for watching. Yeah, every $50 you spend in the store, remember we are closing the store on the 26th, I believe it is, and we won't be opening until we get back from the States, which will basically be Christmas time. So if you do want to get yourself some Fink & Co merch for Christmas, for a Christmas present, anything along those lines, definitely get in and order now. You got the added bonus of going in the draw to win the Power Tune Digital Dash. Extra goes in the draw if you buy any of our Drift Week products, Drift Week USA Corvette products. So go and check that out. Thanks heaps for support guys. Massive thank you again to Shockworks. I'm super pumped on this new setup. Obviously I haven't driven the car in anger yet, but you know, just going by the fact that I can drive it down those roads that I just did, and there's no tire to guard contact, and the front of the car is actually lower, this is very much a step in the right direction. The car's still comfortable, it's not bumpy or anything. I haven't even messed with the shocks really, they're on full soft and it feels phenomenal. I'll be able to tune the shocks a bit more once I go, you know, to the track or I'm up in the hills, being able to turn aggressively. And yeah, super stoked. Thanks heaps for watching this guys. I'll see you tomorrow in the next video. Peace out, see y'all.